Oh my goodness, what's up? Hey everybody, thanks for being here tonight. Welcome to Mates of Fate Play Songs of Creation on Wednesday, not Thursday night. Hooray. Listen, we're super glad you're here. If you see a heart button down below, give us a follow and get notified when we go live. We play homebrew D&D content twice a week, usually on Thursdays, but tonight it's Wednesday. And Saturday nights are our Seafaring campaign, DM by Mike. It's called Artema. It's gonna be really fun. That's at 8:30 Eastern on Saturday nights. Go to matesoffate.com if you want all our links. We have a YouTube if you want to catch up on our old episodes. You can get links to our Twitter or our Instagram. Our memes are on fire lately, for reals. You can get links to our merch. Oh, we have a fun announcement. The reason we moved Songs of Creation today was to free up tomorrow night for us to completely abandon this stream altogether. Join us tomorrow night on our friend stream Slices and Dices. Mike and I will be extremely special guests playing the Terminator RPG. Mike, can you tell us a little more about that? I didn't mean to step on you. I just didn't read my part.
Yeah, so most people haven't heard of it, but the Terminator was this movie from like the early 1980s. And there's an RPG. No.
You make me
anyhow,
sound old.
yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Super excited for it. So it is Terminator RPG. I forget who the publisher is off the top of my head. I knew, but I can't remember. Nightfall Games. That's who it is.
Yay.
It was kickstarted and it did incredibly well. I think it comes out next month, so this stream will actually be kind of a pre-play of the game, probably the first live stream of the RPG anybody has done. So that's super awesome. Matt Gordon, the DM of Slices and Dices, he contacted Nightfall Games. He got a bunch of cool maps done. He had a bunch of art that they sent over to him for him to use in the stream. He's got sound effects. It's gonna be so awesome.
So awesome.
Yeah,
I got a
that's tomorrow night.
costume.
Yep.
I'm going full Sarah Connor, minus the beefy biceps because I don't work out. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, new
Awesome.
friend. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey.
Hey. What else we got? Other
What else
things.
we got?
That's what I forgot. I forgot this.
What we got?
I forgot the background music. I thought our cool.
Oh.
It's fine.
It happens.
Yeah.
I was like 9 out of 10 preparedness today, and we're only 10 minutes late, so we're doing all right.
I don't know if you had anything else, but I think the other things is, something new we're kind of doing on Tuesdays typically is we'll be playing some video games. We didn't do it this week, and not sure we'll do it next week, just because schedules are absolutely insane right now. But we'll be doing that more often. Syrinscape, right? So you guys, everybody who watches, I think you're all pretty aware that we have music, sound effects, ambience constantly going. That's all courtesy of Syrinscape. So if you need music for your tabletop RPG, whether you're playing online or offline, check out Syrinscape. If you are playing online, you can stream it to your friends while you're DMing. And then it's also royalty free, right? So you can stream it over, if you're streaming it on Twitch, you can stream it over the Twitch stream as well.
Thank you, Syrinscape.
Yeah, thank you, Syrinscape. Maybe Ash already said this, but if you are a new viewer, if you are not in our Discord, why not? The Discord is a ton of fun. It's where all the action happens between our games. It's just constant activity. We have a lot of awesome people there, awesome friends that we've made, bringing, awesome memes, great conversation. And we are also going to be hosting community games there as well. We have our first one coming up in early July, which is full, but we'll be doing more of them as well. So if you're looking for people to play with, we have plenty of DMs. I am one, Matt is one, Ash is one.
Hi.
And anybody else is welcome to as well. So just come on in and join a game. Happy to have you. And then last but not least is Tabletop Tomes. So let's put that in here. So I see Marcel is in the chat, but all this month we're plugging Tabletop Tomes. So it is a Kickstarter that is about to launch, and I will put the link to it into the chat in a moment. But they are these, we'll play a video of it at the intermission. They are these really nice physical character sheet books where you can customize the art throughout the book based on a set of pre-made assets, depending on your race and class. And then if you have character art that you want in the book as well, you can send that along and they will get that into the book also. If you don't have character art, but you want character art, you will be able to commission that character art through Tabletop Tomes. So it's going to have a lot of cool customization features. Really just beautiful, colorful, vibrant, stands out really nicely.
They do look super cool.
Yeah, for sure. So here is the link to the Kickstarter. And I will put in, there's the info about the Kickstarter itself, about Tabletop Tomes. So
wait, are we talking about Tabletop Tomes, Marcel, future Lost Minds of Phandelver on this stream, Marcel?
the one and only.
The one and only? Oh my goodness, I can't wait to come see him play on our stream starting in July.
That'll be fun.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I can't wait to play with him.
Gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be
And then
awesome.
also, so you're running Lost Minds of Phandelver. Matt and Alicia will be out. I will be running Tome of Horrors, which I am super excited for. Because it is just a dungeon crawl, and if anybody, I'm sure most of you probably do, know anything about it, it is a meat grinder. So I'm super looking forward to just torturing all the players.
It's gonna be a bloodbath. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Are
You mean I
we
could finally use my backup character?
maybe multiple?
Ooh.
It's me, Slarp, son of Flarp, here to avenge my father.
Avenge. There's nothing to avenge.
Not yet. There will be. Are we ready to talk about Abandoned Quest? Is that a thing that's confirmed?
I haven't heard from them.
Oh. Well, we're
haven't.
rating them after
I've
this.
asked a few times. Yeah.
If you guys hang out at the end of the stream, we're gonna give our friends Abandoned Quest a rate because they are doing their Cyberpunk in Space campaign tonight. They have the sickest game trailer of like any of the Twitch streams I've ever seen. It's so good. So, if you can hang out tonight, follow along for that ride. I think that's
And I
it,
know-
though. I think that's it.
Yeah. I know that was all a lot of information. We have a lot going on over the next few months, and nobody probably kept track of it. But seriously, join the Discord, because in the sidebar, there is an events calendar. You just click on it, and it shows you everything we have coming up. So
We also have
check
memes
that out.
and Mortal. So. And Pete's there. And Blue. And Mike is there, too. Okay.
And Marcel, we're all there.
Boom,
All
big
right,
mighty fan.
I'll start Syrinscape if you want to cut it.
Let's play D&D. Can we, Matt?
Okay.
Can we?
Yeah, I suppose we could.
Yay.
Oh,
So-
boy.
When last we left our heroes, you found yourselves in the realm of Mechanus, facing off against a formidable enemy, the Scuttler, just this enormous, as I described it, about 3 cubic elephants, right? In terms of size. This flying beetle-like carapace of just metal and death and destruction flying after you with murderous intent. Sorry, it sounds like we got like multiple things going on with it doesn't matter. Sorry. Sorry, give me one second. You faced off against this thing. You're able to defeat it with a couple of really brilliant moves early on, casting the blade wall to get some heavy damage in consistently round after round, because the thing was huge and it had to attack you. Some of you dove after it despite the blade wall. Some
Right
of
into
you,
the blades.
some of you were harpooned and pulled off of the ledge over the infinite void, and
And I
Yeah.
was there, too.
one of you was protecting the football that is Bavigda.
I'm a melee fighter. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Gotta
All the
jump
other
in
melee
blade
fighters
wall,
were
like all the other idiots, but
yeah. You
Thankfully,
were
Malik is good at monkey bars. Has been good at monkey bars since elementary school.
Yeah.
Monkey Ball World Champion.
doing the ultimate ninja warrior moves to hop up and then running back on an invisible wall that was cast to make a platform. Except Sarah, who fell but was
I mean, I was
Saved
ripped
last
off
time,
of it
yeah.
by the harpoon through my chest,
Yeah.
but
At that point, you guys were all pretty tired and needed to find somewhere safe to rest, and were, kind of thrown off by this largely alien landscape, this strange mechanical outcroppings of structure just jutting out without really any kind of sense to you, though there is a clearly an order and design and pattern to every shape and building and edifice around you. You found that when Zara fell, she looped back and forth. She looped, falling, and then was falling from above. This
Full
strangely, this strange Pac-Man-like world, right? And that everything loops, everything is trying to attain some sense of perfect regularity. And except for the chaos that's entered into this realm somehow, which, as far as you believe, you found it. When in the form of, or rather, it found you in the form of Quialpol, the young Fairball girl who came up to Spinecrusher as he slept and woke him, and kind of timidly but still trusting, happy to see someone whose face wasn't made out of brass, and just approached you with the hope of maybe friendship, maybe that you came from the same place she did and could help her find a way back home. So maybe it's Bavigda kind of understood from her story that she is a wild magic sorcerer, one whose powers were enough to cast plane shift, and even despite her very young age. So suggests a significant amount of chaotic power swirling around in her soul. As to what brought it about, well, it was the loss of her grandmother, and she remembered wanting to make things go back to sense, things wanting to be normal, things wanting to not be so strange and uncertain, and woke up in the realm of Mechanus. Now, you find yourselves in the chamber that once she kind of gained your trust and everything, she led you to the chamber where she has been hiding this long time. A kind of outcropping of within this metal world, where you can see that a more chalky, strange, organic-like disintegration to the kind of like a corrosion of natural forms, breaking up the monotony of brass and steel and crystalline metal. Therein, you find a chamber. Looks to be, well, fairly straightforward, although arcane as to what it's unclear what its purposes or function is or was or may yet be.
Do we have a map?
You do. Sorry, I thought you should have it. It's here, I'll just share it again.
Could I trouble you?
There
Yeah.
it is. Yep.
Let me know when you can see it.
Yeah, all right. This is loading. I love your maps.
Thank you. So yeah, all that metal-looking weird thing up above to the north of you is just an infinite falling void. It looks a little rough because this map was produced in a little bit of a hurry. That's okay.
No.
So, looking in, you can see within this room, it looks almost like I suppose like a chandelier, something that casts light in the room in the center. This two-ringed form dangling from a cross of metal. And then in the corner,
We're all inside here.
I mean, those of you who didn't choose to sleep outside on the kind of on the terrace in the back alley.
I think I kind of rounded everybody up, didn't I?
I feel like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a big enough thing to, there's a stranger who is living here and she's not a machine, and yeah. So yeah, we'll say that you guys all ventured in, and let me get a token while I'm at it for I'll hold 1 second. Sorry, I'm down on one monitor for the moment. I've got another one coming in, but it's very tricky to navigate everything.
So archaic.
I hate it. Okay.
This map sets
I'll
up my
put her-
trypophobia. Ugh,
So sorry. Well, just that one little bit right there.
I don't like it.
I know.
That is completely unavoidable to look at.
Okay. We'll go with this one. So she's like, is like kind of walking backwards, her arms out, like, so this is my place. It's not much, but it's comfy. It's not much by way of, food to eat, but whatever I, have been able to find is yours, if you want.
Spinecrusher runs his hands along the metal walls. It's very cold in here.
It is.
How do you stay warm?
Well, I try to stay in a corner and kind of huddle up. I've got a few things. My coat, it was winter when I came, so that's been enough for me. It's usually when I'm outside, I can find some places where there's heat vents. Just like hot air comes through, and that can be nice. But that's only when I can't make it back here. If I have to sleep out there.
How are you sustaining yourself? Does this place have organic anything to eat?
No, but what I was able to do was, well, there's this pipe that drips over here in the corner, and I've been able to plant mushrooms that will grow from that, and there's other places too that I've seeded mushrooms, and that's been enough to keep me going. So I have water and I have some food, but I'm very... Wait, do you have other food?
Yes. Oh my god, you have not had
yeah,
meat
we've
in
got
how
that.
long? Have some pemmican. You need protein. That is so gross.
Mushrooms are protein.
No, I do not.
Probably need
I do not eat the flesh of another living thing.
How are you
Don't you
still
guys
alive?
remember the last time we ate mushrooms?
Is that possible? Is that possible? You can sustain yourself without eating the flesh of another thing? How's that? You died,
Yes.
right? You just starved to death?
Yes,
No,
that
you
sounds
eat,
like
you eat
nonsense
stuff
to me.
like you eat stuff like mushrooms and beans.
You
Is
eat the
that some
food
sort
that your
of
food
religion?
eats? That makes no sense.
It's just the way it has always been from my
Do you even
people.
believe in a god?
Okay.
Wow,
We're getting a bit
Why
aggressive.
does that have to
We're
do with
we're
my
sorry.
food?
It sounds like a weird heresy thing.
We're
No,
yes,
I just...
she's helping us, Spinecrusher. Spinecrusher.
It's okay, I don't believe in a god either. It's just very strange who doesn't eat meat.
What do you mean you don't
I'll
believe in a
take your
god?
shrooms, lady.
You believe in Dorm. You said that you were taking my god as your god, and now we're both followers of Dorm. Remember, we have the
I
thing.
believe-
It's me and you,
I-
Dorm.
I believe I said I was considering it.
Yeah, it's just the same thing as you're following my god now, and I recruited you, and now I get into Dorm heaven or whatever it is. I don't know.
She kind of
Sorry.
sits down cross-legged in the room and everything. Well, my parents always told me of the long ago times when my people were hunted for their meat by the bad ones. We could never do that to another thing. We've known that suffering, so we do not eat of the flesh of others.
Can I cartwheel past everyone and eat some mushrooms?
Yeah.
You're going to take this child's only source of rations.
I thought she was sharing. Was she not sharing? Was that not the vibe you guys got?
Yeah.
It's fine. I've got some rations and I eat both fruits, vegetables, and meat, so I'm sure there's something in there.
Yeah, she looks. Yes, you are free to have some. If you like them, they remind me of home.
I mean, if you're offering, I'll try one.
Were you raised in a cave by any chance?
not raw. Not
Yeah, dude, cooking in fire or something.
here.
I've never had
She
this.
stands up. She's pretty tall for like an adolescent, like a tween. She's able to reach the tall light at the very top of the center of the room. She holds it up, a bit of a stretch, and after a minute, she's turning it over her hand like trying to roast it almost like a marshmallow.
It's an easy big oven.
Here, try this. It is like piping hot in your hand.
Are her fingers like
burn your
grossly
hand?
calloused?
They do look a little. Yeah. Oh, it is. It's got a nice sear on it, surprisingly, and the texture itself, not that bad. No, it's certainly not like the pemmican and jerky where it's a little tough and stringy, but this would go well with it. Yeah, you could see.
Needs a bit of seasoning. It's not
It's
bad.
definitely just a baked mushroom. So it's not gonna. It's got a different kind of
Boiled
fragrant
shrimp.
earthiness. It's not like most mushrooms that you've ever had, but it is good.
Do I notice that her fingers are just dripping with pus due to holding the mushroom near a burning hot source of heat?
No,
No, okay.
no.
Not even a perception check. Good, okay.
Yeah. We'll say for the sake of retroing it, so for me not being a shit DM, she has gloves on specifically for this purpose. Thank you. You can accept that you're in a weird metal world where everything is fractally, but you can't accept that she doesn't
I
burn
was
her
worried
hand.
about poisoning. I was worried about food poisoning due to ingesting
Okay.
pus.
I'm gonna need some more information about this easy bake sealing oven. Specifically,
It
the
works.
safety standards and regulations.
I don't know what you mean, but it works. I don't want to start a fire. I tried that my first week, and that, believe me, did not go well. The first night I tried to start a fire, and they found me and chased me around. Barely got away. The little things came out, and it was kind of fun to watch them. Little ones coming at first to dance and scream about the fire, and then they made a ruckus. And then bigger ones came, and I ran. And they kept running after me, and then I ran some more, and I got away, but that was a cold night.
So have you been able to hide here in this place, or do you have to move every so often?
No, they haven't found it. I hide here, and I don't know why it is that they haven't found it. I think maybe it's because of the strange wall outside, that they can't feel this. Sort of like my uncle when he was hunting. Well, not hunting as you would say, but as I said, we don't eat the meat of things, but he was
Gathering.
looking for... Yes. He was in the forest and to some of the tasks, and well, there are occasionally animals that do threaten us. While we don't eat them, we still have to protect our own. There was a fearsome animal, and it struck him, and his arm became numb, and it never worked again. And eventually they had to cut it off. But he said he still felt it, but in a way he didn't feel parts of it. I think maybe it is like that. That this world can't feel this place, this room, because it is dead to them.
That makes a lot more sense than you think. But yeah, that tracks.
Do I have an idea what like the purpose of this room might have once been?
Make an Arcana check. Or a Perception check for that matter. I'll give you either one.
What is
Oh, a
this?
natural
Oh,
20. It's
Hey!
a natural 20
Okay.
regardless.
All right. For the most part, you're not quite sure about a lot of it, but you do see these. Looks like these things in the corner that she hadn't really mentioned. You're not really sure what they are. They look roughly about, yeah, they look to be roughly about, I don't know, the size of a horse or so. These kind of elongated metal structures that are with a series of... They're both suspended from a pedestal, and you can see that there's something to do with those, although you're not quite sure what function they serve just yet.
1 cubic horse.
You can also see that there is a device at the far end of the room. You can try to interact with it if you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to walk up to that. Dude, I almost feel like, so there's these like 2 horse-sized objects. There's like this little, what looks like a burner from a stove in the center of the room.
That's the
and-
ceiling thing that she's...
Oh,
cooking the
okay.
mushroom.
Are you listening? But by any chance, do I
Sarah,
think
what
this
are you
could be like an assembly room? Maybe? I don't know, I'm gonna fuck with this thing.
All right, you touch it?
Oh yeah, I touch it.
Be careful,
Okay.
Sarah.
The best DM sentence. So you touch it.
You touch it.
So as you do, the metal pieces that she says, "Oh, I never touched that." Oh,
You never touched. Uh-oh.
The metal pieces.
Please be a transformer.
They start to transform.
Uh-oh.
Forming what looks like the metal pieces fold in on one another, forming what looks to be a rough outline of something maybe analogous to a face. Yeah, very much so. Instead of a mouth with teeth, it looks like this. I would say the closest comparison would be like the cylinder of a music box, and a series of these little tiny needles, similar to the scythes that you saw spring out from the scuttler. But these don't look to be sharpened. They look to be just a series of like maybe 3 little prongs on each side of like mandibles that reach down and pluck as the cylinder rotates at kind of lightning rapid speed until you hear this you hear this kind of modulated chittering noise that starts off hello
Oh, God.
systems online.
Sarah, come back.
What is happening?
Light rail systems offline.
What?
Light
What?
rail.
What is?
Oh, we could use.
For activation, find Amelorant in sector C17. C7.
Sweet. Should I? Do you want me to break it? What is happening?
Don't
Do
trust
it.
it.
No, no, no. I
And
think
please
this might be
destroy
some
it.
kind of troll.
No, please don't break me.
Whoa, go! Oh, it talks. Okay, you talk back to us.
Well,
you
of
go-
course I can talk back. What else is the point of talking?
Are you going to try and hurt us?
With mean words? What do you mean?
You said something about looking for something in sector something. Is that us? Did you just send things to come find us?
No,
Insight
I can,
check. No, don't.
but I
Please
can't.
don't. No. Oh, what?
Okay.
No, wait. What were you gonna say?
Light rail systems offline.
What is a light rail?
Light rail. Light rail. Database unactivated.
Oh,
To find out about light rail, please activate data cluster 17123487.
Activate
Yeah.
data
Right.
cluster 12345
Directions. I can provide directions. Where is your holo map?
We need a hollow map.
Spare holo map. Appendages can be found in sector E321. B.
How do we get to sector E321B without a hollow map?
Proceed out of maintenance chamber to light rail maintenance chamber. Sorry. It's weird talking a robotic voice that would have its shit a little bit more together than this. Proceed to calculating directly right from door, then left, then straight,
Keep going.
then left,
Keep going.
then right, on opposite wall from light rail maintenance room 13. Same platform. I certainly hope that is clear enough for you.
What is a light rail, please?
Light rail is database, not up.
Is this a light rail maintenance room?
Yes, this is a light rail maintenance room.
Okay.
I thought that would be rather obvious by the 2 light rails in here. And the spares in the sidewalls.
Oh, obvious. Of course we knew it was obvious. Everybody knows it's a light rail. Spine crusher, did you not know this was a light rail, you dummy?
I've seen them before. There's
So have
plenty of
I.
blade rails.
Obviously, we both have.
Should we follow those directions and get a hollow map? Because I feel like that would probably help us navigate this thing.
Before we go, Spinecrusher, in deep speech, says
What?
to this creature, "What is your name?"
My name is Synthwave.
And then he says the same question in Draconic and Giant.
My name is Synthwave. Why would you ask again? And also you have tongues up still from the. from the thing, right?
I was gonna say he could. Well,
It's like-
is he impacted by tongues?
Well, it's just
What I'm
that
trying to get
you
to
can
is he
understand.
speaks lots of languages, right?
Good question. I don't know off the top of my head. Hold on. No, I think it's just because you have tongues.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Never mind then. All right.
It would probably say like, it's difficult to parse an accent if you keep. Please stop that. Please just talk. Input should be consistent. Please, I'm offline from the network servicing.
We should probably go find that map.
We should probably rest.
Did we not already rest?
I'll say for the sake of it, between you guys having just for the sake of brevity, you guys
Yeah.
completed your long rest with Quiapol giving you a nice mushroom breakfast. And
Hooray!
good.
Yes.
Do
You
we
all have
level
had
up
a long rest. Go ahead and
and level up.
And level up.
No.
I've got to roll
No.
my. Oh man, I got a 1 on my
Mm-mm.
recharge.
no.
Matt's like, as a DM, Matt's like the dad who like only gives like compliments like to his son once every 2 years.
That's what it is.
Or yeah,
We
like
did-
the
What's wrong with
compliments. You made that yourself? It's not broken yet.
Nice job,
Yeah.
idiot.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Love you, Dad.
I'm
Happy
fine.
Father's Day. Good enough to everybody. Yeah. So you guys are long rested. What are you guys doing?
Can organic forms use a hollow map?
The thing kind of looks organic forms. Organic, not defined. Oh, no, not defined. Entry found in backup of database organic. Synthetic compounds not compatible with organic, but hollow map maybe. At any rate, interface can be provided into hollow map integration system in room opposite of just immediately left of hollow map spare device room storage.
That was
Hey.
all perfectly clear, crystal clear, right, everyone?
We'll
Yes.
say that a lot of it is lost in translation as it's speaking in kind of a machine language.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect for it to reference, but not so much for this DM to really say it without.
I can speak in machine language.
Yeah, tongues covers machine languages, right?
0000001.
We're all proficient in like 20 computer languages. now.
Binary
Because of
solo.
tongues.
The distant future, the year 2000. Fucking love it. Should we all go find this hollow map together, or should some of us stay behind so we don't cause a ruckus?
I think I can help you to not cause a ruckus. I think I know what things. No, I mean I know that what.
Do you know the room it's referencing?
No idea, but I think I know what might be talking about. There's.
Okay.
We said it's on the same platform. There's only a few rooms outside of this one. Most
You
of it
can
is
take us
just.
right there.
We can. It's gonna be one of 3 different rooms.
Alright. Well, we need to go into at least 2 of them, and we already went into 1, so I'm hoping.
Okay.
if
There
it's
are some of the rooms do have things that can be, well, not traps per se, but you just have to get past them. Otherwise, it could cause a ruckus. A small one. I think that the thing you fought outside is probably the biggest that it can muster for a while.
Well, then there's nothing we can handle.
Okay. Good. Good. I think this will be good then.
Donnie, kids, do you want to stay here and rest, or are you okay?
And this Shio says, yeah, I think that they should probably stay and get some more sleep. I think Theo is a bit distraught, and Vivigda would like to spend some time with his sister to help her through.
Okay. We'll be back soon.
I'll keep a guard in here.
Good. And Victor, when I come back, I'm going to show you that magic wand I told you about. So, I'll be back.
Sure. So, all right, you guys leave the
Sorry,
chamber.
time out. Last session, did we actually vet this little girl at all, or are we just like going by everything that
Yeah.
she says?
Yeah, no,
I'd
you,
take her
I think you.
aside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if we actually like checked any of the info that she's been giving us, or if she's like fed us poison mushrooms. I just wanted to make sure she's on the up and up. We've dealt with these characters before.
The mushrooms you just ate that she's been feeding on for the last however many years are not poisonous. So you're fine. Overall, yeah, she does appear to be on the up and up, and she seems to be the lost soul organic living here like Robinson fucking Crusoe in a mechanical world.
The last thing we need is some magical creature killing Bavigdo while we're gone trying to find some.
Oh no,
hollow
she's coming with you.
Okay.
She's the one leading us over there, right?
The girl is a guide right now around this strange world. Her, she's the governor of this island, so let's govern us.
I'm not saying I don't trust you, Matt. I just want to make sure I can trust you.
Insight check in the DM.
You can't. But that's okay.
No one checks God.
All right, I will say this. To give you warm fuzzies, I have been forthright so far concerning the character of Quialpol. She's an open book. Yeah. And there, I would say, roll an insight check to get, just for the sake of,
Insight's gonna be like
barring a nat one, you should probably be okay.
23.
Okay, you get a vibe that, this girl, if anything, she seems almost over eager at the, sudden, like, oh my god, there's people. I can talk to people. Hi, hello. Like, she seems like she's maybe a bit more precocious than she normally would be at the opportunity just to talk.
Can we call that a vibe check from now on?
Vibe check? Yeah.
Vibe check, yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you vibing? You good? She leads you out. There are
Her
three.
vibes are pure.
She points out the entrances to 3 rooms. I'll say there is one entrance here, one entrance here, and one entrance here.
I see 2 of them. Where's the third one? Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we wouldn't have found this.
I think it's the far one because it told us to make like a left, then a right, then go straight, and then a left, and then a right again.
Excuse me, Synthwave, can we get those directions one more time?
Right, left, right.
Right, left. Oh, that would be the second one then. I think it's that door in the middle. Right?
Is that the Konami code?
Right.
We have to go right, left.
Which
and then
direction?
Left and then right.
No, it's the third one.
Specify destination.
Yeah, I'm going to the third one. I think that's it.
Rip.
Walk out, we make a right, then we make
Okay.
a left, then we go straight, then we make a left, then we make a right.
I'm going to nod off for now. Thank you.
No.
Shutting down.
You just hear like the Windows 95. Like, boom.
Yeah.
That's one of those instant like dopamine sound effects you can. That and like the ICQ like uh-oh.
Installing
Instant
updates before shutting down.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. The Xbox, the like original like 360, whoop, like that little achievement like thing with the pop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. All right. I almost want to like any friends who like never text me. I just want to set that as their like They're like text notification thing. It's like, oh my god, achievement unlocked. Someone so thought of me.
Jeez, sorry, Matt.
Oh, they're in an MLM
Right.
now. Oh.
No, you're good. Oh no, achievement unlocked. Deleting friend. All right, yeah. So you go to this room. Okay. Yeah, you open it up, and it actually is. Well, I'll say Quiapol opens it up so that you feel a little less concerned about the fact that she's just opening up a door. Okay. Sorry. So, you see within this room, you can see this device. It looks like not quite like a table, maybe an altar, maybe something else. You're not quite sure what it is. It juts out in a series of almost rough-looking. It looks almost like a wide steel plate, something more massive than any piece of steel you've seen, forged, other than say on like the First Legion. The exact purpose of it, you're not sure. In the very center of this room is you see a device that contains 4 buttons on it. You can, and a 5th one in the middle. She goes up. I think that if you can do this right, it maybe unlocks something, and then it can. I think that I've seen it one other place before, but I didn't want to try it a second time because it almost hurt me when I got it wrong. But you guys can handle anything, right? So maybe you can.
100% yes.
Then you could do it.
I'm gonna do it right now.
This would be no problem for you.
It definitely won't be.
Plenty of times before, right, Adraxa?
I have an insight. I have a vibe about these things. I have a way.
Okay.
All right. How many horses high is this thing?
How many horses? No, it's not. It's I would say it is probably about just 18 inches or so off the ground, right? Not much.
Okay.
For the first platform, and then you walk up to it, and there is like a central, almost like I would say like the Family Feud buzzer is what this thing looks like. It's just like a little pedestal with like a button thing on the top of it. A single button with a button on the northeast, south, and west of it, right?
Okay, when this almost hurt you when you were playing with it, how did it hurt you? Like, did it fill the whole room with some kind of energy, or just like the button itself, or like?
No, you have to get it. You have to. It'll tell you a sequence, and you have to repeat the sequence.
Oh my god.
And if you get the sequence wrong, it will. Well, then it triggers the trap.
I'm just saying.
Spine Crusher.
Like, if Spine Crusher fucks this up, is it gonna hurt just him or all of us?
I would say anyone who is nearby to the thing, the device.
You want me to try, Adraxa? I know you struggle with these things.
I got this. Let's
Spine
go.
Crusher's gonna go stand around the other side, like Family Feud style.
Yeah,
Not
I'm gonna
touching
back
he's just
up.
standing there.
It won't help to have more than one person. It might actually make it worse, but you can certainly try.
You can give me moral support, right? I mean,
I'm just standing there. I'm not trying to do anything.
I'm going to
we
stand back.
Alright, do we each stand in front of one button?
No, just one person. Which one of you is?
hey, who's the mates of fate here, us or you? I think we know how to do this thing we've never seen before. All right, we got this. We got this.
Do I smash the button now?
No! Who's the smart? I can't.
Okay.
Who's the smartest person here?
It's none of us. We all dumped intelligence.
Shit.
But I'm the oldest, so I'll do it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm backing up there.
Okay. You press the top button.
Yes.
Okay. You see the pedestal itself lights up in this sort of bright blue-white light, and then you can see just the center light is illuminated. And then you can see in a circle around it the colors blue, green, red, and yellow light up.
Oh my god, it's Simon.
Simon. Boop, 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 boop.
I love
Yes.
Simon. Simon was like one of my favorite toys as a kid.
All right, Draxa cracks her knuckles and she's just like, blue, green, red, yellow.
Bum.
Is that a good bump? A bad bump?
You just here's how it's gonna work. Repeat my tone.
Oh,
You have to say.
you got this, Draxa.
I got this. Okay.
Bum bum.
Bum, bum.
Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum. Yes.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum. I go all night. I go all night.
I hope Matt has this written down because one of
I
you
do.
is gonna lose. Okay, all right.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ah no! Wait, I think you got it wrong.
No, I definitely got it right. I just can't sing in this voice.
Bring it.
I'll let you have advantage on this. Okay, so we'll do it one more time.
Okay,
Don't
okay,
do it in
okay.
the. Just don't do it in the voice. Don't do it in the voice. It's okay.
Of course,
We're
I'm going to
just-
do it in the voice.
You're not literally saying Bob back. You're pressing the buttons that make it do the sequence. So just try and just say it.
Very well.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
You went up on the last one.
So did you?
You did too.
Did I?
Yeah,
Didn't you?
Alright.
you did.
It's fucking hard. I wish I had
You did.
Simon with me.
It's
Otherwise,
hard.
alright, fine.
We're doing it now.
If you had,
Everyone break out your own Simons and follow
God damn
along
it.
at home.
Fucking
that
hard.
actually I would do that too if you just wanted to like rattle off a bunch of colors and have it repeat the colors. It might even
Right.
be easier.
Alright,
There's gotta
fine.
be a thing online for this. All right.
Can we find a Simon thing online?
Yeah,
We'll just
hold
do it
on,
that
hold
way,
on.
please.
Yeah, everyone join my online Simon game.
Is this
Okay,
a
here
real
it is.
thing? Is this really happening right now?
I
Yes,
found
if you're
it.
doing
Awesome.
Simon, why not? Just for the sake of, please,
Yeah.
please. Can we share that instead of, we'll just share that for a minute instead of Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah,
Drax
here's-
is perfected.
I'm
Thank
sending
you,
it to
I
you now.
know.
Here's the challenge.
Spine Crush and I went
Uh,
to art school. I practiced this.
Plate.
You know, I'll put this into the songs
Please.
discussion.
Oh.
For anybody who wants to go to this website, join our Discord. You can
We have
download
not
Smart
vetted
on this
it.
link.
Good,
Yeah.
because I just lost the entire bum thing that I was fucking doing. So that whole minute and a
All right,
half
I'm
was
gonna-
wasted. Actually,
gonna
no, that's the best thing ever.
I'm gonna stream this. Here we go, so you guys can see me play Simon.
All right, here's the challenge. Ash,
This is the best.
Ash, you need to get to 7.
7. I can do
Off
7.
this.
Anybody can do 7. Here we go.
I'm so happy
Oh, God.
this is happening.
My shitty bookmarks are on the internet right now. Nobody look at that. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
There's 9 porn hubs on there.
Stop it. There's only 7. There's only 7 porn hubs.
Check out
Yeah.
Meat Spin. I'm just kidding.
1, 2. Here we go.
Did you just say Beats of Fate?
Played Simon.
1, 2, 3.
Is there
1,
sound
2,
for it?
3, 4.
Oh yeah, if there was sound for it, it'd be so
1,
much.
2,
it's okay.
3, 4,
There is
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got this. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck yourself.
Boop, 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 boop.
1, 5, and no.
There's somebody tuning in right now who's like, "What the fuck did I?"
Come on, this is the most fun thing I could come up with as
Do we
far
get
as how.
rewards for how far we can get?
Yeah.
The new hot stream on Twitch is gonna
Did
be
you-
silent.
Do we have to
God
change
damn
our
it.
category?
That would be great. Yeah, like I would. I love Simon. And it's one of those things you watch somebody play and then
Okay.
you're just like, oh, come on. Oh, shit, dude, he got to 12.
How did you not know it was yellow? You're so stupid. Everybody knew it was gonna be red. Okay.
All right, so you got to 7, though.
I got to like 11. So.
All right, good. Duly noted. So,
Oh, I want to play.
You
at
can.
that,
It exists on the internet.
it kind of like the altar that you're standing on hatches open. You can see it just like a tool chest popping open. You can see around you now there are a series of devices, or at least slots where devices should have been. But you do see, one of them looks to be maybe usable. It looks to be something that might be akin to an armband, as far as it looks like this block-like device, a sort of like a Pip-Boy looking thing, right? With instead of 2 like belts or straps, you can see just like 2 like metal, kind of like, or a series of like 4 like metal leg looking things that would just wrap almost like a, not sharp or anything, but just like kind of like spring metal.
Is it a power glove? Did we just find a power glove?
Can
It's
I
not
put
a
it on
glove.
next to my other armband that I never use?
Yeah, it's effectively an armband, right? Yeah, you can put it on. It's definitely blocky and awkward, but it fits. It
I'm the
doesn't
only
have-
one that doesn't get into physical altercations, so I probably won't wreck it immediately.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hell yeah. I slapped that bad boy on like a slap band.
All right. This,
Does it have Simon on it?
Yeah, does it have Simon on it?
It's a
What's that?
Tamagotchi.
at
What
this,
kind of built-in apps this bad boy got?
Snake.
But like
We
the
got-
one that was on flip phones, like the really,
yeah, where if you wanted to go left, you had to press 7 like 3 times.
yeah, that one.
Do you remember T9? Are you guys old enough to understand what T9 was and why texting used to
My
be
first
difficult?
phone was a T9 phone.
All right.
Just eked in there.
Oh boy! Thanks all you peoples on the interwebs tuning into our broadcast network stream.
Welcome to Make
And I
Fate.
think
We
it-
play
it-
Simon and talk about the old days. I got a note.
It took like 10 years for smartphones to be good enough with like suggest a word as like T9s were, or like T9 phones were. Like those things were
T9 was
really
awesome.
good at figuring out what you wanted your word to be.
What was the calculator? It was TI 76 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
83.
86 or 82.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's an 82, 83, and 84.
yeah.
She math.
Yeah.
Somebody stream those games.
Charter school kid right there. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of us.
I had Grand Theft Auto on that thing.
Yeah, I just remember you had the
Everyone
game
on
where
that
like
bad boy.
there was like one kid who built up his like drug selling empire from like, you have a skateboard, go I sell weed at the 7-Eleven, and then it just
Holy
kept
shit, I
on.
forgot
Yeah,
about
remember
that.
that? Yeah.
Oh,
It was
that
like a-
that
it was a
memory's
text-based game.
that
yeah.
memory's
Someone
25
figured out
years
how to
old.
put
Holy shit.
on it, and we're like, dude, that's like just pixelated and everything. Like, why would you even take the time to put porn on your calculator?
It's better than math class, I guess.
I remember that
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
I broke out
Right?
my
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the same high school. There was an entire like class of people who were like, that was their thing. Was like,
Yeah.
That
they
was-
just like
Space
Shit.
Adventures.
That was
Yeah.
my
Programmed
thing
it
until I found actual drugs. And then I didn't care anymore at all.
I programmed
I
like
had
almost
to-
a- Go ahead, sorry. I was gonna say I programmed almost like an entire Final Fantasy like text-based RPG on my TI-83, and then it froze up in fucking math class one day, and I lost it all.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
It was probably because I was in math class. It was dumb.
yeah, I just
I
found a
did
way
take
to. Sorry, Ms. Bo, you go ahead.
I had to take a certification, and I dug up my TI-83, and I go there to go take my like shitty exam that is mostly just mental math, and everyone shows up with regular calculators, and I show up with this fucking like nerd brick, and I'm like,
Legend,
oh god.
love it.
Down on the desk, yeah.
I had to take a freaking thing with like this horrible kind of calculator that like you actually have to like watch a bunch of YouTube tutorials to fucking learn how to use, because it's like you have to
To be able to do this, you have to be able to remember this like 7-part fucking button combination of like
To
second.
get into the
function,
weird
function,
interface,
second-
yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
a slide
it's like-
rule? Like what?
Yeah, like at that point it would have been freaking easier to do that, but no, instead, anyways, I might even have that thing. Where the hell is it? If I find that
No, I
calculator,
just
I
found
will-
mine 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Like, is there like negative sponsorship? Is that a thing? Because
Yeah.
fuck that calculator. Anyways, You guys, so
like Texas Instrument.
Yeah.
yeah, competitor, right? Yeah. So you guys finished clearing out this room. Well done. Now,
That's what I'm the smart one,
Yeah.
so
Puzzles for 2-year-olds.
at this point, yeah. At this point, the device you have seems to be a spare. It's not. You've got an iPhone. Now you need to actually start it, like get it onboarded to your Verizon plan or whatever the hell you've got. Right? Sorry. So you've got the Holo Map device.
All right, and
Don't have
apparently
it-
there's a room across from here that can help us configure it, maybe.
Well, let's
Yeah,
go take a
that's-
look.
Yeah.
We have to call in and activate it. To read off our driver's license number for some reason.
Okay.
Gonna update the SIM
go.
card.
All right. You access this room.
Sure.
The SIM cards have changed sizes. We're screwed.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
USB 24.0.
Okay. You open up the room and you see what looks to be this incomprehensibly complex pattern. It would look, at first glance, you think you're just looking at a bunch of lines and squares and shapes and, you know, this like kind of glowing grid in space of impossible complexity, right? For you guys, it's effectively looking at like a 3D circuit board is the closest thing I could think of, but a holographic one. But for your characters' minds, this is the weirdest effing thing you've probably ever seen.
It's
And
holographic.
first- it's holographic, right?
I definitely
yeah.
start trying to touch it because I don't understand it. Plum.
Your hand goes through the light.
Why? What? What?
You also at first you're not sure what it is until you start to recognize a small circle within this, and then within that space you can see. Now there is an interface as well, so make an intelligence check. Whoever wants to try to operate the console in front of this, make an intelligence check.
Do
I'm
I try
making
this
myself.
one?
Yeah, you want to go for it, Spine Crusher?
Yeah, I got this. I've seen these things before.
Because it looks like the bridge of the Enterprise. He can't not.
It's okay. I'm sure Tongues has made us proficient in C++ and Python.
Correct.
Like, well,
Yeah.
we're fine. Yeah.
Intelligence, you said?
Yeah.
That'll be a nat 2 with no modifier.
Cool, because I was looking for a 17 or higher.
I walk up to it, I look at it, Smucker just, no, I'm good. Somebody else.
With a 2, what happens is this.
Okay,
You fucking
alright.
you like kind of put your hand down, not even thinking for a second.
Oh god. Oh.
And you happen to touch the controls that make it start to orbit. And now the entire holographic display zooms way out until everything looks super tiny. But you see this massive structure, and then it starts to spin rapidly, out of control. It's
I understand,
disorienting,
like-
it's dizzying. I need everyone to make a constitution save.
Oh,
Somebody
Jesus.
stop it. Stop this thing.
Hey, is now a good time to mention
Oh,
that,
bad.
that B-Way Marshall gave Spine Crusher advantage at the beginning of this game? I probably should have mentioned that before now.
Well, I just rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a 3 on that bad boy. We
Yeah,
are throwing up
24.
all over the floor.
18.
I'm gonna save that advantage for now.
Okay.
Thanks.
Um, I would say this, that Spine Crusher and Zara become disoriented. You guys are now kind of dizzy, and it's what is, there's that, oh god, what is that one spell? It's like dazzling image or something like that.
Oh, the buttons one. It's the one with the buttons. Hypnotic
One
pattern?
They're not
Yeah, hypnotic
yeah.
pattern.
Thank you.
Sure.
So yeah, you have the effect of hypnotic pattern right now going on.
Spine
I think
Crusher.
that just.
So you're
Can we
currently
make saves,
yeah,
or-
you're incapacitated, and
for a minute.
yeah.
Oh,
Spine
Oh
Crusher.
shit! It should have been wisdom save. So if I'll say whatever your proficiency modifier for wisdom is.
Oh
based
god,
on
I got
that.
a +9 to that.
Okay.
Just a 12 save. I rolled terribly though.
I was looking for a 15 on that. Sorry. Spine Crusher, I'm assuming your wisdom is not going to be like, yeah.
My wisdom?
Not a plus 13, so yeah, tough shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you two are currently incapacitated, leaving the intelligence saves up to Malik or
Fucking luck.
Adraxa. Yeah. As this thing is still spinning and it is disorienting, it's flashing. The pattern is very hard to see. You're not sure what Spine Crusher did. Quick, make an intelligence check.
Oh, no thanks. Fuck.
I didn't do it.
13. What'd you get, Mal?
Sorry, that was a save.
Oh, thank God. That's still good. It's still good.
That's still really good regardless.
I got a nat 20.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Good, because I was looking for a 17. So yeah, Malik, you kind of saw what he was doing, and you immediately make sense of this contraption. You're not quite sure how in the hell, but you're just looking. You're like, no, it's kind of intuitive, really. Like,
Pretty easy. I don't know what you guys were doing.
you just
Smash the escape key and it goes back to normal.
yeah. Malik puts on his tech support glasses and just starts Control Alt Delete, fixing it. The image stabilizes. I'd say Spine Crusher and Zara, you guys are still kind of dazed for another minute or so. But Zara, you do have that thing on your arm, so someone else would have to take it off if they're going to make it work. Up to you. At this point, you
sit
just,
on the floor.
yeah. So actually, perception check to see if you guys, or perception or investigation check to see if you guys can figure out where to link up this device.
13.
Am I too stupid to figure it out?
11.
Are we gonna have to wait the minute until I sober up and then
Oh yeah, I
make...
can, right? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 13 and 11. 13's probably good enough. It's not terribly hard. It's right there. By the lower part of the console, kind of behind Zara. So you do kind of are looking around and you kind of hold on. There it is.
I don't take it off Zara. I'm just like, come on, Z. And I just drag her by the wrist over to it and like plug her hand in.
Yeah. Zara, you're like just blinking like God, like you've just been in the you've been in the club for like all night in a couple days and you just popped out and it's like noon.
This is what I
in
get
Vegas.
for having like dark vision. I'm like, it's so fucking bright.
Yeah. So soon enough, the thing starts. You see this other pattern of light. Now, when you look at it, what it does is it zooms in on a particular glowing golden cube within the hologram. And what you see is a bit of writing. Oh, you guys can't understand this writing because it's written in Modron, but you would be able to understand it if we were speaking.
Excuse me, stewardess. I speak Modron.
Okay, computer, read that out.
Containment grid, sector XQ1. Fractaline tesseract geometry constrained to field within subspace sector XZ12.
What was?
I didn't think
wait.
that would work.
I don't understand anything more than I did a moment ago.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, it's not that complicated. Tesseracting subspace constrained to sector Z1712.
I understood the word 12.
Fine, Tesseract.
I understood the word sector.
Six-dimensional substrate of matter within this field constrained such that matter repeats in spatial pattern replicated over and over again to contain all matter within in order to isolate and quarantine chaotic anomaly.
Is that when you fall off, you just loop back around?
Yes.
Okay, see, there we go.
I don't understand any of those words either.
Uh,
I understood pattern and chaotic that time.
Well, I haven't had anyone to have to explain this to in a long time. For the most part, people coming here just get it.
I'll try and pack more brains next time. I don't know what to tell you. I'm doing my best.
Yes. Best suboptimal.
I know.
That was cruel. That was unnecessary.
Data upload. 93, 96, 98, 98, 98.5,
What's he doing?
98.4, 98.
What does upload mean? What are you doing? What does that mean?
Holomap complete
Oh,
Ah,
great.
cool.
at this point. So, for the sake of this map at least, yeah, within this particular tesseractine subspace that you see, you can see the entire map.
We can?
Yep.
But everyone crowd around.
Is something happening?
Oh, you should be able to see the
Fantasy
entire
Grounds is
map.
loading.
Oh, okay. It's a big one. Huh?
Sorry, I'm trying.
Now
Well, no, it's
it's,
just the whole map. I'm just clearing out the mask.
it's
if
loading.
there is-
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool, cool,
it's
cool,
thinking.
Hold a minute while my computer dies.
cool.
It's
Just
trying to
like-
do something, I can tell.
There.
Froze the stream for a
There.
second there.
Okay, is that better? You should be able to see the entire thing.
It's getting
It's
there.
loading.
It's thinking about
Yeah, I'll
it.
let you know.
Hey, I got it.
And it froze the
Wow, it's a
stream
big
again.
map.
Okay. Thanks, Fantasy Grounds.
Mm.
Oh, nice map.
Yeah. Alright, so
Well, I guess we go back to get Bavigda. She's the one that has a plan on, like, how to fix the keystone from in here, and wherever we go, I don't think we're gonna understand whatever we find.
yeah, that's fair.
Let's.
I think we need to make our way to what the other light rail control room, maybe?
Without metagaming, the pattern on the map that looks organic, like the first room, do we see that on the hollow map as well? Do we see that organic pattern?
I would say you see it in kind of like in a different color, but still showing up, right? Like most of it looks to be like this greenish color, except for that looks to be yellow. Well, actually, I'd say, yeah, the areas that you've explored so far show up in green. The areas that you have not explored show up in, or I'm sorry, yeah, show up in like blue, and then that section in particular shows up in yellow.
What about the room that the Furbog's been hiding in? Does her room show up?
That shows up in yellow.
Okay. Huh. So she's not off the grid. They just haven't thought to look in there.
Or
Okay,
it's like restricted to some level,
maybe.
Well,
or it's
see,
like a
yeah.
different category.
Again, it's like anything where you get a sense of like, is it sensing something, right? So her idea that this is kind of like a phantom, that part was like a phantom limb or something where it's like, it's numb tissue to this living mechanical world.
Ew.
Should we go back and check in?
Yeah, I think we've made some pretty good progress.
Okay.
Mhm.
Adrexel, head back over here. Before I enter this room, I want to get out Bevigda Voltragon's magic wand of mimic creation. I want to get it out. Likely inappropriately to
God.
social cues. I'm going to enter the room and go, ha! And fire off. I'm going to think really hard about a really tiny kitten and try and, like, make a cute little kitten mimic appear right in front of Bevigda.
Alright.
Okay. Oh God. Well, I'm gonna paste the picture in the chat because I just found that it's fucking perfect.
What? You didn't know I was gonna do that. What do you mean?
What?
God, it's a kitten mimic. Join us on Discord if you want to know what that looks like. That's incredible.
Did that stick around? Can I keep that? Can that be mine now?
I think it's only good for an hour.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's-
fuck.
let's-
It
oh,
kinda
Do you
looks
have
like a
that queued
flurkin.
up, Matt?
what's it?
Do
No,
you like have
no.
that queued up?
No, that's literally the first thing that comes up if you Google kitten mimic. I love it. Sorry, but I just saw it and I was like, this is too good. Not, yeah, this is what would be.
I love it.
love it so much.
I know.
He thought of everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
Do you,
Um,
do you remember how it
maybe
works?
that- yeah.
I have to roll, right, to see if it's like neutral on our
Yes.
side or hostile,
Wisdom
right?
save.
Wisdom save. All right.
Yeah.
It's always funnier if I fail these, so here we go. Yeah, that's a 15.
I think you're fine, but let me just
Yeah.
confirm.
It's been a while. I haven't used this in like 2 game years, I think, because I gave it to Mike and he forgot he owned it, and then I had to wait for Bruno to die to take it back.
Yeah. Do you have
You
the
killed
stats?
him.
You have the stats on D&D Beyond, right? Because I no
it
longer
was-
have it in Fantasy Grounds ever since the catastrophe that
That's
befell us.
what it is. It's one of the stats we lost from the Fantasy Grounds crash of 2019.
Yep.
So let's just say it works.
It works. I think it was like low, anyways. It was, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like. I think my rule was like it was like a 6 to 15. You were or like something like that. Like it was like within that middle range. It was like
Neutral.
no, yeah, 6 to 10. I think was neutral. Or
And
I'll
it's
say
a
like
kitten, so.
yeah, we'll say you know what 6 to 12 was neutral. 12 to 18 was allied to you, and then 19 or 20 was like an extra stats or whatever it was,
Mhm,
right? Like
I
it
like
was stronger. And then like anything less, like 5 or less, and it's hostile to you. A -1 and has extra stats and it's hostile to you. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, you get it. All right. Yeah, so you conjure up a mimic that mimic kitten that she looks at it and is a bit frightened. Oh, that's rather cuddly.
I was thinking about a kitten, and then I used the wand that you made, and then you got a kitten. Except it's not a kitten. You'll never guess what it is. Go on, guess. You'll never guess.
Offer it a mushroom. Watch where its mouth is.
Oh God!
I know, right? I know. He's the best. Okay. So, in another, I want to say 100 or 200 years, you'll be able to read history books. The history books will be created of the hero Flohelg that falls several armies on the battlefield while riding on the back of a wyvern, and you'll never guess who that was. You'll never guess who that was. The wyvern was not a wyvern. It was one of the most heroic things I've ever done in my life. It was great. It was great. Anyway, it's all thanks to you. Do you want to see it?
You're talking very fast about a lot of things that I have not quite sure. Sure.
There you go.
I'm sure your signature's on it somewhere, right?
It's gotta be.
Or like some kind of stamp.
So you make this when you're young. Not as young as you are right now, but you make it as a young person, and it doesn't work at all. Like, everything we make with that just attacks us and tries to kill us, which is fun in its own right. And then I give it back to you when you're a very old lady, and you tweak it, and you make great, and it works perfectly.
That symbol there.
Yes.
Mother had a necklace on it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I have it back? Thank you.
She hands it back.
I don't understand runes. Did you write your name on this?
That's name enough.
Because your last name changes, but, we'll see. That'll be a surprise for another day. You want to see the keystone?
Yes, I'm interested in that.
There you go.
Oh,
Be gentle
almost-
with it. It's in a bad way.
that's almost keystones at this point.
I know. We did our best. I got stabbed.
If we could find... I've been thinking, I've noticed some of the material around here it's unlike anything I've ever seen. It has a sort of regularity about it. I've found that I've tried striking it with just small doses of just magical effects to just test its properties, and I found that it oscillates with a regular frequency that's what I'm thinking. I have a hypothesis and I want to keep testing it out, but I think that I could possibly find a way to construct something that regulates an arcane. How do I put this? Would regulate an arcane input value or sort of energy in order to output some kind of controlled response. It would give you a way to be able to have a bit more control over this device if I can
These
also
words
find
I
a way
understand. Yes. Okay.
if I can find a way to also repair the structural damage that's been done. Maybe I could retrofit some kind of manifold over top of it that would allow it to be, well, a bit more user friendly to those who are not quite so arcanely astute.
So when we throw it on the ground to use it next time, it
No,
will know where we
no,
want to go.
No, you would not need to throw anything on the ground except your enemies. No, what this would allow you to do is to be able to manipulate it by turning a series of concentric rings. Those rings would then allow you to be able to possibly traverse, assuming this does what you say it does. I need to try and see if I can spend some time with this to understand the runes on it and patterns there of an ancient, entirely different system of runic geometry. It's hard to explain the basics of it, but you can see if I do this and then she just starts to press on some of the runes and swirling of her fingers, you see the keystone starts to light up within the kind of crystalline structure of it.
Oh.
These white patterns that look like pentagons and hexagons and septagons, and they kind of move in and out, and the lines seem to twist and shift, intersecting and creating new shapes, new patterns. You can see it's, especially with this crack in it, it's certainly not able to have absolutely no control whatsoever. First thing we need to do is find a way to realign it a bit. You can see that it's actually not just cracked, but part of it has actually warped. If we can find a way to bring that ridge back into place and then add a manifold using some of the material we have here, if I can find a way to break it off of the walls here or something, and then to, in a right shape, and then to be able to fabricate something to twist it. It's a lot, but if we can do that, then I could create something that, a contraption that would allow us to maybe be able to control the flow and forms taken by these arcane symbols without having to manipulate it using magic. It's something that is beyond me right now. It's a lot, but wait a minute. Did you say she talks to at this point to the panel on the wall, the transformer, for lack of a better phrase? You said there was a data. What was that thing? Data center. Yes, the data center in sector ZX1. Oh, what did you want? Where is it? Coordinates. Holomap. Marking on your holomap.
Yep. Maybe. Is there like would a fabrication center help you?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Great.
actually, I mean, it would help me, but not helping that person asking, not having the wall thing with knowing where the data center is. Is there a fabrication center? Fabrication center, yes. Marking on holomap.
Is that where they make clothes?
Might
Makes
be
what?
somewhere.
Clothes from fabric? Blankets, maybe?
query not parsed correctly?
Literally a Nike sweatshop.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously I understood everything you just said, but for the sake of Spine Crusher, let's assume Spine Crusher doesn't understand anything you just said.
What I want to know is if I can find a way to maybe understand the knowledge that this place has. I think that a lot of this is like a living world, same as the blood in your body is just part of a larger thing, right? A larger being that is you. Your eyes are just a part. Your fingers, your kidneys, every single part of you serves a purpose different than all the others, but yet they're all part of one whole. What I'm saying is that I think this place, it's like there's a mind, and all of it can still connect to it somehow. If I can find a way to connect to this mind, the mind of Mechanus, what knowledge I could gain from that might be enough to be able to then understand these arcane symbols and I don't know. Maybe it'll be enough to set things right.
But let's jump on the magic school bus and go find it. You do what you need to do, and we will make sure you don't die.
All right, let's go. So Bevigda's coming with you.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so where to?
Where is lit up on Zara's Rest?
On the very far right, there's a data center, and there is a fabrication room.
Probably need to go to the data center first.
Do you guys want to check that other room that we didn't check?
Sure.
Oh, the room inside of where we opened all those chests?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you go in. Yeah, you go into that room that's nearest to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it labeled anything on the holo map?
What do you see? It looks like there are a series of six kind of like mechanical-looking metal structures that jut out from the floor. You're not quite sure what they are. Make an intelligence check. You also see it looks like a series of contraptions on this, opposite wall. And you can see one of them emits a cone of like this faint blue light.
I got a natural 20.
Okay. Okay, with the nat 20, yeah, you can recognize that these look to be some kinds of like ports, similar to what was there for the station with the map upload. You can see that these look to be ports that would connect devices, living beings of this world, maybe any other number of things. But you also can see that there is a device or you also see some kind of like projecting light in the center of the room. You're not quite sure whether it is something used for scanning or projecting.
Should we touch it?
You
I
toss
don't
something
think I
in
am
there.
best suited to touch it.
I'll touch it.
You touch the light,
Yeah.
your fingers lit up for a moment.
Your entire hand is severed.
It's just kind of, it's glowing blue. It seems like it's projecting something, but you're not quite sure what the purpose of this room is. The closest thing you have is the holo map device. You could try to insert your arm into one of the ports to try and see what happens.
Sure, I'm gonna do it.
So, Zara has it on her arm currently.
Fine, I'll stick my arm in the port.
Your entire arm is severed.
No. All right.
Again.
You can see as the thing does latch on for just a moment. It makes a series of like chirping noises, and then you can see for a moment from outside you can hear like a slight noise. Sounds sort of like a bit wave kind of like trumpet, like at that point
from the walls all around outside, there's a series of little tiny beings that detach and pop off. Sort of has that. They look kind of like the things from Batteries Not Included. That old Spielberg movie. Remember that? Yeah. Oh, you don't remember that?
Oh.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. They look like little hamburger-sized robots, I'd say. Oh my god.
Please be my friend. Please be my friend. Please don't murder us.
Yeah, how do you guys not remember these things? They were freaking adorable. All right, these guys. I'm posting this in the chat, and then this will bring back some more like nostalgia for you, I think.
How? I've never seen these in my life.
No?
Yeah, what? These things are
I don't
adorable.
either. Yeah.
I
Well,
have
anyways,
no memory of this.
a bunch of things just like that pop off of the walls outside, where you'd thought they were just kind of like round nodules. They kind of land and then like walking in on two little bipedal legs.
I love it. Are you gonna make us fight them?
No, you see they start lining up and everything, and then at this point the projector light makes a melody, and you start to see images from of the battle projected. Zara, you could see where you there's the scuttler, and then you can see where you are a little silhouette, like a golden blue outline of yourself appears in this sort of holographic light, similar to what you saw before. And then you can see as the scuttler kind of goes forward, and the other machines that are small look almost like some of them kind of clamp, like they look almost like they pop down into their heads. They sort of like rattle like a trash can lid, like spinning around for just a minute. Some of them still shaking, but then like one of the little ones kind of like tries to look, and the ones nearby it, maybe like parents, kind of put their little feet over its eyes to try and block it from seeing. But you can see it out of its face comes like this little tiny, like a little door opens, and a little tiny hand like thing goes and pushes up their foot just a little bit to let it see.
I love them so much.
Yeah, a couple other figures, Spine Crusher. You can see this like triangular looking form of you.
Dorito man.
Grab onto it, and the scuttler starts to twist and shake and everything. And then you see Spine Crusher starts hacking at it. And the little one that is like as close as it can, it goes the other ones are, kind of rattling and freaking out. And at this point, Zara, you see it's starting to take a good bit of damage. Malik jumps on as well, starts hitting it. Bolvea, dangling on. There's this gasp collected from the entire room, and then you can see as the thing hits you with a harpoon, and the little one pushes its little parents out of the way and just goes running up to look. Like it's like standing right in front of the projector to look up. At this point, Bevigda, you can see. Here's an interesting thing: as she casts the spell to make the lightning, you can see it flash a different color. And then when she casts the wall of force underneath of you as a platform, you can see that light up as well. Though it was invisible to you, you can see it appear in a slightly, something like a fluorescent purple green that just oscillates back and forth. It's a beautiful color of magic you're seeing. And then the machine is Malik jumps up on top, and Spine Crusher stabs into it, and you guys, Malik reaches down, pulls out the scuttler's central cortex, and then all the little machines are jumping up and down. The little one is so excited, and it looks over towards you, Zara, and then hops up onto your shoulder.
Keep him forever. I would die for him.
We have friends.
Keep it. Please keep it.
Okay, I'll keep it.
I have a new mission. situation, and it's not protecting all of reality. It's protecting whatever this thing is.
Make make a so make a charisma check with advantage.
Uh-oh. Natural 20.
Oh!
Again.
Oh.
At this point, that was just the first one to jump up on you.
Holy shit.
Like a swarm of puppies or kittens, whichever you prefer. Like the room at this point, by the way, you guys don't know that you could take a step anywhere in the room without feeling afraid of stepping on one of these things, as they just immediately start leaping up and down. And they jump up and start to, climb up over onto you, Zara, and start.
God, I'm karate.
Yeah, just kind of like jumping up and down. Some of them see you, Spinecrusher and Malik, and they start jumping up on you and nudging you.
I think we're like their heroes or something.
I was there too. I was also there.
You can see now as one of them, kind of, it looks like one of the larger ones, maybe about the size of a tea kettle. It looks like it moves a bit slower. You can see it's like this panel opens up on the side, and a series of like cables kind of snake out into the port on the opposite side. You can see for a moment as the projector changes, and instead of the view that you had seen, now you see those machines running across one of the platforms, running along the side. You can see the scuttler and a number of other things chasing. And you can see as the scuttler goes along, and it opens up this panel, and like a baleen whale eating krill, you can see as it scrapes along the metal side, gouging out a line, gulping parts, or gulping up these little machines in mouthful after mouthful, in sweeping passes. Some of the other ones coming by as well. These things that look almost like spider crickets, jumping from platform to platform, doing the same, just gobbling one smaller than the scuttler, certainly. But you can then see as some of them get closer. There's one. There's at this point it's only a pair of two of these little hamburger-sized modrons, and they're running for their lives, cutting left and right. And then one of them, they get to a point where there's a ledge. They don't know what to do, and then you can see one of them jumps off, and you see the other one. And that, you see the shape of that one that jumped off in the projection gets a bit larger and larger, until you can see that it takes the form of the tea kettle looking one that you see. It unhooks, the projector goes dark, the room is kind of silent as all the little modrons at once the tea kettle one it unhinges its jaw and opens up, revealing something that we're going to get back to after a quick break.
Aww.
Yeah.
What was it? All right. Don't step away yet. We're going to show you guys a really cool video, so we'll be right back.
TT Tomes offers D&D players customized character journals, or tomes as we call them. A successful Kickstarter campaign will help us accomplish 3 things. First is the website, which needs to allow for a certain level of customization. Adventurers will be able to customize their tome by choosing cover art, uploading personal character artwork, choosing from different backgrounds, fonts, and much more. Then they can customize the templates provided for a completely unique look. Number 2 is the artwork. The more artwork we can create means the more choices we can offer adventurers when they're personalizing their tome. TT Tomes works with artists and D&D players to constantly create new and relevant art choices. Number 3 is page protectors. Each tome will come with a stack of page protectors that are specifically designed for our tomes. This will ensure long-term use and dry erase capability. When given the chance, I know how much time, thought, and planning we put into our characters. So why should our character journals be any different?
What song was it?
Space Jam. Wait, no. Take on me.
Take on me. Oh, so we're back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let's not hit that copyright. All right. Thank you, Larry, for hitting that falsetto. So we are back now. What you see as the elder tea kettle kind of opens up its lid and opens up and shows you what looks to be this. Mostly looks like a brooch or with something similar to a gemstone, maybe set in the middle of it. You take it?
I mean, it's
Oh, you know
offering.
it.
Yeah.
All right, whoever grabs it, you
Larry,
can add. Yeah.
Alex
So
said you know it.
yeah. All right, Malik, you then are in possession, and I think it's just fitting as you are the one that took down the scuttler in the end with how you want to do this. So, add to your inventory. This will be the equivalent of a cloak of displacement.
I'm sorry, what? I was the one who picked up. What is
That's
that?
why I've got the fancy
No, you
on
stole
there.
my bag.
Mine now.
So as you see that Malik, as you pick this up, the rest of you, what you see is it looks as though Malik, there's a duplicate or maybe a shifted light to where he is standing. Is the light? It seems to show Malik standing while he's holding it, in just a slightly off to the side, or of where he actually is.
Do you have a brooch of teleportation that scoots you slightly to the left?
He kind of turns, and instead of it looking like he, as he kind of like turns towards you, you can see it's strange, sort of like looking at light through a prism. Looks, you see his image kind of over here, but between it, sometimes you see him standing exactly where he was. So it's sort of like this slightly off place. He's only ever about a foot, maybe a foot and a half at most, away from where he's standing, but you just see this image kind of.
Or you're gonna give me a migraine.
Yeah,
And
stop
everybody's
moving,
gonna
Malik.
get seizures. I'm gonna would I be able to like fold the cloak up and like carry it without it?
It's
making my
not. So it's.
body do it?
I'll say for the sake of it, it's a brooch that fits on your. You can pin it to your whatever to you, and then it'll work.
It's my bare
that much.
chest.
As far as or to your you could to your pants or something, right? To
My
the sash.
cummerbund,
Yeah,
yeah.
your
No,
cummerbund
to
around
the
your
flesh of
somewhere.
your chest.
Yeah. Then your nipple piercing.
You got a bedazzle. Yeah, okay, that works too.
Yeah. No, you could just kind of pin it to any kind of article of clothing that would then allow
Okay.
you to be, or you can always make an amulet if you want to just go full naked berserker, whatever. It's not my.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that eventually when I can find a chain.
Yeah, sure. I'm the DM, not the cops. It's okay. Do what you want. So you can. Yeah, you can. And the point is, at this point, stats-wise, it's equivalent to a cloak of displacement that you currently have. This device gifted to you by the elder among these Modrons.
Oh, that's so sweet. As he's like shifting back and forth in place, I try and poke him.
Do so with disadvantage. Make an attack.
Okay. Just a very gentle poke attack.
Yeah. So, to be clear, the way this
24
works,
damage.
this is just to see if you can touch him, just for the sake of it, right?
24.
Yeah. Malik, I'm assuming that hits. So that's with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I'm
Shit.
amazing.
Yeah. So at that point, it stops working, right? For just a moment. You can see as you touch, and you can see the image reverts back to Malik's solid shape. There's no more light as the device kind of flickers for a moment.
That's really cool.
And then resumes as I would say after about 6 seconds, it resumes its pattern of like displacing where Malik appears.
So cool.
You can always
I-
you can deactivate it with a touch.
I'm gonna do that, but can I ask first if I am actually like phasing, or is it just like an illusion?
So here's the description. While you wear this device, it projects an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. This property is suppressed while you're incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move. So when someone grapples you or you're knocked out or something like that, then you are locked in place, right? But while you're conscious, not restrained or incapacitated or anything like that, or petrified or whatever, then your image kind of like reverts back and forth between. It just sort of flickers from around you, like a displacer beast or something.
That's really cool.
My monk is now a tank.
Don't forget to say thank you.
Thank you, hologram.
At this point, all the little Modrons. Thank you, hologram.
That's so cute.
Whenever you want to come with us.
The little one is just like, but then the two parents ones. You see like what you would guess to be maybe like the one with like a little bit more frills on the side goes.
He's been grounded.
And he scuttles back, pops off your shoulders, turns back around, runs up and nuzzles against your shins, and then waddles back over to mom and dad. At this point, you do see another one come up. This one looks like it has a bit of like one of them jumps up and everything and gives like a nod to you, as it looks like it has like a bit of like cables, like a flat cable ribbon, like strung over its side like a cloak. You can see what looks like a single scratch mark, similar to maybe like what you would see like a nick in your axe, a Draxa, but you can see that kind of like along its, what maybe it would be across its the equivalent of this thing's forehead, and it kind of looks at you with this. And you get the even though you can't quite understand these things, they can't quite communicate back with you as well. You get the sense that it just said some kind of profound knightly oath of service and servitude. And, yeah, whatever to you guys. So
I would die for them.
you guys currently have a Modron companion.
Hell yeah.
Grizzled one at that.
What should we name him? Does he have a name? He probably has a name, but we should name him something.
What is your name, soldier?
Doop.
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 All right, dupe.
Bloopy doop.
Bloopy doop.
Can we call you Doop for short?
Bloopy doop doop.
That is a most noble and admirable name. I am a Draxa of Stormhammers. Well met.
Bloop bloopy doop.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Loquacious little fellow, isn't he?
You
Do I not understand him? This
Alan?
doesn't fall under the scope
Even
of tongues.
it doesn't. I would say because the way that it speaks, like you get enough of the gist, but it's just a series of bleeps and bloops that it's pushing the limits of tongues. But you get the sense that he's saying something like, "Well, come on, are we gonna get fucking going or what?"
I am going to play this exactly like R2-D2. Like, it doesn't matter what Matt intends. I'm going to act as though I understood him perfectly.
Yep.
Seems a bit impatient, doesn't he?
You want to ride on my shoulder, little buddy?
or mine, or whatever.
You
kind
guys
of like
cry for its love.
he kind of like goes like the twist for a moment, and the ribbon kind of dramatically billows behind him, and he just walks off on his own.
Damn, look at him go!
He leads the way out of the room. He's not hopping on anyone's shoulder just
I
yet.
was gonna say I'll do a charisma check. I want this.
You can do a charisma check. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think you're in charge anymore, Draxa.
I've never had a paladin of my own. This is great.
Yeah,
Now,
he is-
say a 7.
No, you try and like give him like a fist bump, and he just
Yeah. You've been demoted to mascot, now he's the monk.
Did you just call me a fucking loser?
You get the feeling that he wants you to prove yourself a little bit more before you can.
You have to prove
Sure.
yourself in battle.
Or you
It's hard to like. I guess like you've heard these things bleeping and blooping and all that, and like this one in particular is Bloopy Doop's voice is probably more akin to what you compared to the others. It sounds like Arthur Morgan out of Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Bleepy bloop 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 right bloop. So
Sings
Yeah.
shit.
Boa.
Beep, boop.
oh! Yeah.
Beep, boop, boop, doop.
Well, hell. Shit, Osiah.
Mike, I hope we get to fight one of these in Terminator tomorrow night.
So,
Beep, boop, boop, doop, boop, doop.
Don't give the other Veggie any ideas.
It'd be so much less scary that way.
When are we gonna get Roger Clark on our stream?
oh, guys. So, at this point, you guys are out of the, yeah, you guys, at this point, the Modrons and all that are kind of like following, some of them are following you out of the chamber in like this little trail.
Oh.
At this, so like one of the, at this point, Bloopy Doop just kind of turns around like, bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then you can see they're like, bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And one or two of them pop up.
Send off.
I love you. I mean, be safe. I do love
You
you.
can see them kind of like jumping up in like a little parade and everything. Some of that, most of them start to scuttle back, go back, and like pop, like jump up in like a little flipping motion into their little sockets on the wall. You can now you can realize it's like, oh my god, the walls look honeycombed with all these little spots where these things were, and they just pop back in, seeming to rest. Yeah.
I just want you to know, if we come into a situation where I'm forced to choose between saving all of your lives and Bloopy Doop, I hope you have backup characters. I can't let anything happen to him. He's my
So
new
at
reason
this
for being.
at this point, Bavigda looks at you. All right, well,
Oh, right.
that was great. I'd love to find out what the hell. Maybe we could find something in that data center. But
Well, according to Zera's Hollow, it's right over there.
all right, should be careful. I think seems like this place is starting to wake up a bit.
Good point.
What? So are we in Mechanus right now? Like, what does that? What does that mean? Are we inside a god?
There's- Inside, I'm not quite sure. I would say, what's the distinction that you're looking for? You're looking for a way to know whether or not this place is that god's creation, or is that God? I'm not sure that the difference really matters so much. This is the realm of Mechanus, as far as what Mechanus is. What does it mean? You know, what does it really make? What difference does it make?
So we're not gonna get like ejected out of a giant metal butthole. I guess is my concern.
No promises.
Okay.
I know as much as you do.
All right.
That's why I want to find this data center, so I know where all the giant buttholes are.
Same page. Same page. All right.
We're all avoiding sphincters. Good to know. All right.
This way, I guess.
This Quiapol kind of leads you over this way. Shouldn't be very far.
Oh.
It should not be very far from here. We would have to go over the bridge.
Any
Okay,
kind of
okay.
safety rails on the bridge, or we just?
Why? Everything here walks perfectly. They calculate exactly how to walk. They never fall, not unless something unexpected were to happen. They always expect what to happen would happen.
Would be a shame.
That's not. You're not that character right now.
I know.
Stop. Okay, we still have our little mimic kitten, right?
You do.
She can walk across first? No, I love her so much already. She only lasts for another like 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'll go first, I guess. What's the worst that could happen?
Start making my way across.
It's a solid bridge.
Great.
Alright, cool.
I skipped the rest of the way.
Okay.
Crusher follows 10 feet behind, stomping along the bridge in his heavy plate mail.
You walk across. It's a solid. It doesn't seem like a rope bridge or like little things like that. It just seems like individual panels, but they are just rigid, without any kind of struts or support underneath. It's unsettling that this world works in the way it is. It's just this very, I would say, like futuristic sci-fi kind of feel, right? Like these sort of like advanced civilization materials that just jump straight across. You make it across to this large cylindrical tower with, I guess it would look sort of like a pump or something, right? You're not quite sure what the hell it is, but at any rate, you get in and you find that it splits into 3 separate directions. Well, 4 really, including the way that you just came. So, you heading directly to the data center?
Yeah, I think data center first, which is north.
Yes.
The data center is due east of where you are
Okay.
currently. Yeah. See advantage of that
I'll just
hollow
like
map.
rotate the map. I'm like, hi, yep, east for sure.
That looks like a way might be a way out. Should we check due south first? Just in case.
Thing with the yellow laser-looking guy.
Yes. Let's just peek in. Let's just see. Maybe it's full of more Adoring fans.
It looks like Simon might be in there.
This one's Alvin. I just slowly try and push open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you push it open, and inside you see what looks to be this, almost looks like a, well, similar to the prison cell that you were in when you first came, or when we first began this campaign, like the slatted bars in a grid. But instead of iron bars, you see this yellow plasma beam just humming.
Don't touch that.
I kind of want to put it in my mouth. Is that weird? Like I kind of want to lick it. I feel like it would taste like sunshine. I don't know.
If your head dissolves, I can't bring that back.
That's fair.
You can certainly try.
Is there anything beyond it?
Beyond it, no, you see what looks to be a wall with a series of almost like looks kind of like mechanical arms or something like that that's just locked in place open.
I feel like it's gonna be something really good back there, or they wouldn't put this sunshine wall up.
Maybe the data center will tell us if it's something really good or a thing that will murder us all.
I'm gonna try and get past it.
Okay.
Look at Matt's face. What are you roll? I haven't committed to anything yet. Stop rolling things. What is that? It's so many dice.
I haven't rolled anything yet.
That's his drawer, I think.
I
That's
just
just
want
the
to.
drawer.
I just want to
That was
look at
just
the
the drawer.
control plan. I'm just looking at the
All the
control
extra
panel.
dice.
Okay.
She's in there alone, right?
What's that look like?
Who's gonna be the backup character now?
What's the...
I would say, to be clear, you get the impression that this is God's sakes, make an intelligence or insight check, please.
Sure. Sure.
And yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a 19.
Okay. 1, you have danger sense, which is going off like crazy, right? This yellow thing is an extremely dangerous thing. You've been hit by magic and things like that in the past. Whatever this is, magic or otherwise, ain't nothing to sneeze at. It's this will hurt you
I can dig it.
bad,
Yeah.
and you're not even sure what that thing is on the other side.
Probably
So-
amazing.
It's probably amazing.
Or it will kill us all and is imprisoned by the yellow custard of death.
Delicious yellow custard of death.
Episode title.
Hold on, barbarian.
All right, what about the control panel? Is there a, like, disable yellow custard button?
You see writing in that same strange language.
Last time I asked the computer to read it out, it did.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about our little buddy? Can we ask him?
Oh, and then we can just understand we can understand R2D2 language, so it's fine.
Yeah, of course. Bloopy doop. What do you Thank you. What do you make of this? That's what I thought as well.
I mashed the button in the middle.
Oh no. Spike Crusher jumps out of the way, down the hall. He's dug in.
I'm still in the other room.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. He's
That was a
rolling
D4.
that.
That sounded like a D4.
How would you do a luck check? I guess just roll a straight. Let's just say roll a dex save.
Okay. All right. That's an 11.
That's enough. I was looking for a 10 or higher. As this isn't a crazy. It's not chasing you like that laser room in Resident Evil, the old school. But it does kind of like arc out for just a second.
We were wrong about that one, Bloopy doop.
All right.
All right,
You're
so
not quite sure how to make sense of this thing or what the thing is on the other side. Bloopy Doob just walks out.
well, thanks anyway, pal. You know, we can't all know everything. Synthwave. Synthwave? Can I not talk to Synthwave? Can anybody else talk to Synthwave?
That's the wave.
At this point, Vivian just says,
Activate the
"You mean that?
wave feature on my
Are you talking to that thing that's back in the room, all the way where we were? No.
I just
you probably
assumed he
have
was in the walls. Is he not?
He's in the walls.
I mean, I feel like if we can connect to the database, maybe we can find a way to be able to upload to that device she has, and then we could probably communicate back and forth. But otherwise, has no way to be able to connect to the protocol.
All right, well, I guess we'll just head to the data center then.
Yeah.
I'm just
The data center can unlock the premium content on my device.
DLC.
Just gonna stick my finger through this real quick. No, all right, we'll come back.
Twitch chat for $20 more. You can unlock the premium room in our campaign.
We get 5 gifted subs right now. No.
Use them bits.
If we got 5 gifted subs right now, I would try and go through that wall.
Would fucking do it. All right. Fucking. I was just like, get ready to commit. So. What are you doing?
Do it.
As long as
Spice up
Red
the campaign
Platinum's not
forcibly.
here. Red Platinum's the only one that would like take the bait on that one. I
Make
feel
it
like
fun.
we're okay.
You make a 10, you'd be like doing backstrokes through that shit.
Yeah, we get 10 gift subs. I'll drag Spine Crusher into it with me.
Oh god. All right.
Okay. All right. So to the data center up north, I presume.
East, but you can go north. North was the fabrication thing. The data center itself was east.
East. There we go.
All right, you head off across this other bridge. So do you hear this? Well, perception check to see what you hear.
All right.
Oops, that's Sarah.
Oh boy, that's my one trick. 21.
Okay, you're walking across this bridge. You hear this sound like metal scraping on metal. It's up and to the right. You look. Nothing. Then you hear it again up and to the left. You look and just see this figure disappear over the ledge for just a moment. With like long, barbed, like hooked legs. Disappearing for just a second.
Alright, ooh, we're being followed.
Me.
Whatever it
Alright.
was a good size.
Let's cross this very small bridge very quickly.
Okay.
All right. Make my way over fast.
You guys all run across, I'll say. And at this point, you find yourselves in the data center, right? This room filled with a series of... So it's a strange feeling in here. It's freezing. I need you guys to make Constitution saves all around.
Colder than the other areas.
This is the coldest room you've ever been in, for sure. In particular, due to the series of fans just north of you, in this sort of elongated, kind of skewed hallway, it just seems like it is channeling cold air up.
19.
Okay,
I also got 19.
you guys feel like between your kind of stillness of mind and body and everything, and Spine Crusher's, hardy resilience growing up in the mountains, both fine with this cold. Zara, Adraxa,
27. This isn't the coldest I've ever felt.
you're fine.
I am from the Nine Hells. I rolled an 8.
Shit. It figures there's always that.
You're
There's always
Florida
that one
woman in
girl,
Massachusetts.
like that one girl in the office who's just like wearing like a snuggie and a blanket and a coat.
Yeah, I've got a cardigan, I've got a snuggie, I'm holding a cup of coffee that I'm not drinking,
Yeah.
it's just for my hands that are always cold and I'm still cold.
And other people are walking around in short sleeves, and you're just like, I swear I'm like right under a vent.
I have nightmares about those people. I swear to God, I have nightmares about those people.
Really? For those of you watching, Larry works with like HVAC and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, I've got like Reynard, so all my fingers are just like randomly a wrong color when it's really cold. I'm like,
Same.
hey!
Fun.
All right.
Shitty
So
circulation.
at this point, Bevigda kind of goes in. Oh, there, Bleakdib. You think you could probably try to help me with this? You see Bloopy-Doob jump up, do a couple taps on what looks like the monitor device in the bottom left of the room. At that, you can see a port opens up on the right.
Boy, I'm gonna stick my hand in there. Or just connect to the device.
Okay. Bevigda looks and asks Bloopy-Doob, is there anything else I can... I mean, is there a way for me to be able to link into this somehow? Kind of looks curiously at her. Shrugs. She nods. Okay.
Are you about to take on risk? This feels like you're about to assume some
I
risk.
just feel like I should. This once in a lifetime chance, once in a millennium, maybe once in an aeon chance to be able to try and gather what knowledge can be gathered from here. I mean,
Gonna use up the once in an eon chance, right? An hour into the new eon. Gotta get first dibs on it.
Do you think there's a chance this could make your brain explode? Something like that?
That a thing that can happen?
I know you're super into knowledge and the quest of it, but also
the way I figure is that you say you've already met me in the future, which means that even if I do this now, which I can boldly go ahead and do, then I'll still meet you in the future, at which point that guarantees then that I've survived this and my brain has not yet exploded.
It doesn't.
So,
it doesn't work like that. The you I knew didn't necessarily meet me when you were young. For all I know, the you that I knew came here and didn't have me to fight the thing yesterday, and so you died. No, that doesn't make sense.
see, so I think I'll be probably fine. Yes, I think I'm going to try then. Try something.
I just
I
think
don't
it's a
know.
little reckless, and maybe you could let one of us try it first, just to make sure it doesn't like make somebody's brain explode.
You almost ate plasma over there.
Either way, I'm not even sure there's a way for me to interface with this thing yet.
Can you not interface
yeah.
with it through the handheld?
Maybe, but I think it's just going to update that thing, and then that thing on your arm is going to know its way around here better than we do. So don't lose it. But
Okay.
I want to be able to find a way to. Bloopy, is there any way to be able to do that? We don't work like you do. What we have to think up here with our brains. Bloopy Doop just looks like done with her shit.
I mean, do you think we maybe could fabricate something that would allow that
Maybe.
connection?
Let's see. She goes over to the console. She starts kind of like trying to guess at where to swipe things. Let's see how she does.
And if you just need someone to guess, I can do that. You should see me match a color game. I'm very good at that.
Okay. She ends up finding a device that looks like it. What she's able to do is she's able to find. She says, "Computer, look up synthesis, integration, organic." And at that, the thing comes up with a response. Studies performed on synthesis of mechanics-based devices with organic chaotic constructs. Conclusive results suggest possibility of limited integration.
Limited is better than none.
That's what I'm thinking, but
Unless you die.
the computer display methods of integration. The thing displays it looks to be like a small circlet or headband. It's better than nothing, I suppose. I could probably try and rig something up like that. Computer, is there a way to replicate this, or is there one handy? And it updates the holomap pointing towards the fabrication room.
Hey.
You can also ask about anything else.
Oh,
Because it probably says something equivalent of, "Do you have any other questions?"
oh, what was that thing that was like watching us earlier? Can you ask it that?
You ask for it looks and says inconclusive. Unidentified anomaly in sector ZX Alpha. Unknown.
Can we track that on our holo map?
Unknown anomaly not registered within Z manifest 2134.
Is the anomaly chaos?
Chaos. Restricted. No. Unknown.
What does
Unknown anomaly not identified.
What does anomaly mean?
And you start to see like this little video like thing start to play, similar to like, you know, that like super happy, optimistic sounding corporate bullshit you
So,
heard.
you
in,
want to
like,
know the
Jurassic Park.
definition of a word?
Yeah. Like, "Hi there, I'm Mr. DNA." Kind of thing, yeah. Anomaly. Anything found not within the divine plan of our Lord and Creator Mechanus is seen to be anomalous. These intruders are meant to be found, destroyed, so that the divine plan may flourish unaffected, imposed,
So this whole time, I thought we were here to get the kid out. But I think we're supposed to get whatever those are out. But what
Things
the
in the
hell?
walls.
Yeah, what the hell are those? No, not the,
Boosh.
not like the bloopy doops. Like the,
No,
Yeah, the thing that was like following
He's
us.
following us. Perhaps we should tear down the panels. Go in and see. Get them out. Crush them.
Okay.
Anomalous region detected. Sector V8.
Oh my god, I can understand it. V8. Is that a lowercase v or a capital V computer?
Capital V. Yeah. Come on.
Okay, V.
That's just north of us.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should we go take care of it?
I feel nice and rested. I'm ready to crush some stuff.
Can I privately in my head real quick think about if I know if what alignment is Mechanist?
Lawful neutral.
Okay. Okay.
So he wouldn't have us like go kill bad guys then that were actually good guys, right? Right?
Oh, I'm gonna channel divinity real quick to sense anything good and evil within 60 feet.
Nothing outside of the companions around you.
All right.
You get a strong sense of good coming from Loopy Doop.
Of course I do, because he's
I would
perfect.
Heartwarming.
Which I would say is uncharacteristic, considering, well, most of the things here should be neutral, lawful neutral, almost all of them. So it seems there's something maybe defective. Maybe when whatever it was that struck him in the forehead seemed to have knocked something loose, and now he is, well,
Perfect.
on a quest, as it were.
He's a paladin.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Let's see if we can find it.
Oh,
Looks like there's an access to that area if we go through the fabricator, right?
Okay.
while my divine sense is still up because I don't have it for very long, I'll start marching this way and looking for like highlights around me, something lighting up.
So you go over through that section there.
I would have looked before I stepped out on it and not stepped on it if it was something fucky.
It is something fucky.
Great. What is it?
It's a lot of cold air for one. Extremely powerful cold air. I would say it's probably the force of the winds coming from that. It's kind of like, how they have those like wind tunnel things that you can go in, like fly around in?
Indoor skydiving?
Yeah,
I
it's
have
an indoor skydiving level winds coming out
Yeah,
of
why don't we
this,
could just go around the long way through the fabricator, which we already need to go to.
No, there's no time.
Oh my god.
Do you go into it? Do you fly? Are you flying?
Here's the
Dexterity save.
I haven't done it yet. I haven't committed to it yet.
We all know where this is going. Dexterity save, Ash.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna back up 15 feet and then like charge so I can just like
Indoor
soar across it.
skydiving.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna fucking indoor. You're gonna. When would a Drax ever take the long way when indoor skydiving is an option?
She would not. Oh, thank God, that's a 22.
You run and feel yourself immediately.
I
kind of like
believe
tumble-
I can fly.
What is that you're singing?
I believe I can touch the. Oh God, I almost touched the ceiling.
It just came to her. Yeah. Yeah. Before.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just say before you can fizzy lifting juice yourself, up to the ceiling fans and all that. Yeah, you're fine. You're able to get to the other side.
Alright, cool.
All right, so I
My
tried
character
to.
thinks it looks like a ton of fun, and he does the same.
It
immediately
was.
after.
It absolutely was.
Dexterity save.
Alright, I'm gonna use.
You have advantage, by the way, if you want to use it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my advantage. I have 2 advantages actually.
I don't think you can
20
stack
on the first roll.
Oh god, yeah. Doing some dope ass backflips and somersaults and shit. Yeah. How do you? Yeah, go ahead. You can like parkour it like you're in Titanfall or something. Like do some like wall run.
Yeah, I back up and then I charge forward, long jump into it, and then put out my arms and I just fling myself around. So I just make my way down like through the entire thing to the other side. But as I'm doing so, I'm just doing like 360s. spinning around like helicopter propellers.
Nice.
You're
and
like
then
in the ISS, you're like bouncing off the walls like to propel yourself.
Yeah, it's dank.
As you land with your hands out too, you like kind of high five me on the way down.
Yeah.
Choo.
And I land in a cool like pose on the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
Superhero
can, like-
3-pointer.
yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That was awesome. You guys should try that.
I'm gonna walk.
So I tried to do that quickly with my divine sense still up. So now, like before it fades, do I get any kind of highlights anywhere?
No, still nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Zara.
I mean, if anyone could do dope shit
I
across
mean,
that, it's you.
We
but
shouldn't have
also-
survived that. You could have.
You know, I feel like there might be something that might be bad waiting for you if you go that way. So I'm
Go the long way.
Splitting the party.
All right. You,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Well, since I didn't like divine sense good or evil, can I just like sense motion around me? Anything moving,
Yeah.
hiding?
Do it. What's your passive perception? Or no, just do a perception check because you're intentionally.
Yeah.
Let's say what a Drax would have detected, given that there's all these fans blowing. So if you're trying to listen, then it's a disadvantage. You're trying to look around, move where you're looking.
Okay. Perception's 25, and I'm kind of like I want to look here, like down the hallway, just like hunting.
Yeah, once you get away, kind of like do a quick scan, and are able to then see right about there a single creature. It looks to be, how should I describe it? It looks sort of like mechanical in a way, but like this strange horrid hybrid cross between mechanical and organic, this form that doesn't make sense. It sort of looks like it's of this world and not. You see that its carapace is covered in this chalky white oxidation, this sort of flaking layers, sort of what you would see when batteries have gone bad, right? At the very edges of them, that sort of white dust that forms over the entirety of this rusted creature's body. No, it looks more like a praying mantis, I would say. These two large scythes, these similar to the multitude of eyes that you saw on the scuttler. This doesn't look far off from those spider cricket looking things, but this one, the coloration of it doesn't look like what you saw in that projection earlier. This looks to be something wrong, something is off about it.
How big is it?
Oh, 8-9 feet tall.
Oh god. Kind of look up at it.
Hi. Did you stumble into something you shouldn't have?
Health check. Just see if, unless you're actually fucking saying this.
No, I'm trying to say it. Do it.
Oh god.
Did you wander into something you shouldn't have? Do you need
Is it-
help from the Mates of Fate?
It sort of like moves in this rigid, like, automaton, like marionette Silent Hill sort of jerking motion.
Nope, don't say that. I don't like that. I reached in my pack and I like take out some pemmican.
Do you want some you want some protein?
Try and toss it in its direction.
Get back!
At that, we'll roll initiative when we come back next week.
On the other side of the shit.
Oh
And
man.
we separated the party.
Always split the
Yes.
party
Always.
into
Always
dope ass
sounds great.
flyers and wusses.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make another new character.
You guys are pretty far away.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shit.
they are. This is so much fun, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Here's the thing. I thought you guys were gonna get to the light rails this one, but I'm happy with this. This is fun. This is good.
We don't understand what's happening. We don't know what's going on.
I had to find that sick cloak first.
Yeah.
Super fun.
That will come in handy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Excited.
Thank
You're
you.
even harder to hit now.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys are a blast. We're always glad to have you. don't come back tomorrow because we won't be here. Swing by Slices and Dice's stream tomorrow because me and Mike are going to be doing a special Terminator one-shot, and that's going to be super fun. So, like we always say here on Mates of Fate, don't forget to fuck each other. But more importantly, don't forget to fuck yourselves. All right, good night.
We don't say that,
No,
but
we do. Good night.